Hey there, welcome back. Today I'll be finishing up on my review on Tenchi Muyo, the OVA series, but this part, of course, is called the Ryo-Ohki series. Alright, so, this part is called the Ryo-Ohki series, basically episodes 14 to 20. Finished in 2003, actually. The show continues on from where you left off in the last series. Basically, it answers every fucking question you wanted to know. Like, what happened to Tenchi's mom, like what's up with tsunami, shit like that. I mean, even like more about the family of the Jiraians, like because you were left off with the King of Jiraiya and shit, and the other people, Yosho's mom. It was like really confusing. I included in here a tree of the royal family of Jiraiya. It also includes the Masaki family, all that shit. I mean, you can look through it at your discretion. This is the best one I could find. Basically, I think it's the best one because it includes everyone in this whole, you know, series. If you remember from my last video, the middle tree. Um, this is the best tree I found. There's other ones with more details. You can look them up if you want. I like this one because it also includes characters from GXP and shit and so on. All right. So I'm gonna try to keep the spoilers down to a minimum, but it's gonna be really really hard because every question is answered right here in this series and shit. Well, the first character, of course, I'm going to talk about is Tenchi. Tenchi was a main character from the last show. You find out that the power he has is called matter conversion. He's able to use the like hawk wings, and he's also the first in line for the Jiraiyan Empire. He's basically next in line to be king if Yosho doesn't take, the crown. Other than that, he hasn't really chosen his love interest, which is cool. Whatever, because we find out that he's actually engaged thanks to the Devil Princess of Jirai, which I'm gonna talk about her later. But yeah, this show's mostly about him. You know, go my man Tenchi. He's still farming it up though. Still fucking being a farmer. And then we come out to Ryo-Ohki. Ryo-Ohki doesn't. You don't find much. They don't really. She's just there really in this season. The best thing I can tell you is she tries to reconnect more with Ryo-Ohki in the first episode. Other than that, I mean, not much. I mean, she fucks up a shit by herself, I guess, the Chobi Maru, but she doesn't really have much in this the Ryo-Ohki series. She's just there. Um, I could probably say she became a supporting cast member, but since it's Ryo-Ohki, I'm gonna keep her in the fucking main cast and shit. I'm not gonna let her go down. But yeah, I mean that's really all there is to say about her. I mean, just like Ryo-Ohki, Ayaka. I mean, yeah, she doesn't really have much of a major part in this series either. She's again like a supporting cast member, just there. I mean, she's still helping around the house and shit. She still likes Tenchi. That's for sure. She gets jealous when Tenchi's fiance comes over, especially trying to plan with Ryoko how to get rid of her, but it doesn't work out. I mean, I'll be honest though, the first time I saw this show, I didn't like Ayeka, and the Ryoko series made me like her less because I thought she was a main character. But I mean, watching this whole series again to review it, I've actually come to like her, and hopefully, I hope Tenchi picks her. I also, find out that she's actually Tenchi's aunt, so that's kind of weird. We have Sasami, Princess Jirai, just like Ayeka, also Tenchi's aunt, which is weird, but whatever. She's also a love interest. You find that out in the series. She says it straight out that she's in love with Tenchi, which wasn't really clear in the last show. And then you also find out that she died in the first when she was young, and then Tsunami basically resurrected her, and they're basically linked together. They're merged. So saying that, she's able to control Tsunami, the ship. She's a great fighter. You see that in the show. She fucking fights a GXP officer all by herself, possibly training for her mom, Misaki. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, when she grows up, she's gonna look just like Tsunami. I mean, straight out, they told her that, and she's in love with Tenchi. That's all there is about her. About probably of all the characters in the show, of the girls, anyways, probably Washu is the biggest one because you find out a lot of shit about Washu. Not only is she a scientist, and it is said that she's the most brilliant person in the galaxy, but you find out that she's actually an entity god. I'm like, what the fuck? An entity god that chose to live as a human to try to find a being more powerful than her. I know, right? I mean, that would explain the jewels, because the jewels are actually part of the goddess's power, and why no one could replicate them, not even Dr. Clay could. It also says why they're so fucking powerful and makes Ryoko's power, amplify. Um, I mean, right here you can see her, how she looks like in her goddess form. She still acts like, Washu and shit. Also, she's actually great, 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 great grandmother, blah, 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 of Mihoshi. So, that's something. And here we have Mihoshi. There's hinted that something happened in her past, something that made her, I don't know, something. They never say exactly what. They mention it a lot in this season. I don't know what exactly, but whatever. She's also main character because she sends a letter home that starts this whole little war with her brother and Tenchi. I mean, no one really gets hurt. Mihoshi's just there. She's even. I feel like she's become lazier than she was in the previous season, which I don't know how that's possible. But you see more of Mihoshi's family. You see them more in the Kuromitsu family, which is actually second to. They're more. They're not as powerful as Jiraiya family, the Misakis, but the second in line, I guess. Most powerful family in the galaxy and shit. And here we come to Tenchi's fiance, Noike Kamaki Jirai. She was a GXP officer before. She was actually Mihoshi's partner. Then she was adopted by Sato, the devil princess Jirai. I'll go into who she is because she's very important, especially in the later season to come. She was an orphan, raised. She met her mother. Mother's a bitch. Let her go because she arrested her, but whatever. She's nice. She's able to control all the girls in the house, which a lot of them earn respect. And you find out that she has an entity inside of her that basically, that's what she has her nightmares and shit. You find that out, and you find out a lot about the Jiraiyan ships, and she's actually a spy there for Sato. Basically, I mean, I would fucking spy on people who have that much firepower like Tenchi does. He has two second class generation ships, plus a world's famous scientist, and Ryoko. I mean, I would keep tabs on him too, you know. And of course, Ryo-Ohki's here too, because you need a fucking ship, and she's a second class generation ship, you find out. She's able, of course, to keep this form and still be in the ship somehow. I don't know how that's possible, but she's able to do that. As you see in one of the episodes in the season, and of course, she can transform into a humanoid form ever since she assimilated the mass. Um, not much is new about her. You do find out something interesting because in the episode, I think in almost in the last episode, Z, cuts the ship in half, and the egg. There's an egg that pops out just like in the beginning of the first season when the ship is destroyed. So the egg comes out and a new Ryo-Ohki is born, or just I don't know, like a phoenix, I guess, burns and comes back. Well, she comes back as two Ryo-Ohkis, but Ryoko just mixes them together, I guess, somehow, and one comes back out. I mean, that's pretty weird, but whatever. We'll go. And we come to Tenchi's grandfather, the man who taught Tenchi everything about fighting. And you find out he's Jiraiyan. He's next in line to the throne. His dad even told him, fucking King of Jirai. You find out he's Yosho, the person that Ayeka was looking for. You basically find out everything. And in this show, you find out that Tenchi's grandfather had intention to tell Tenchi everything. They needed to wait for the right time. And, when he does, he shows him his true form, which is this fool. I mean, he's just hiding himself and looking old as fuck, whatever. And also, you find out that he's actually married to Irie, which you'll find out who that is later on. And Tenchi's dad, he's being a bum, living with Rhea, the woman that raised Tenchi after his mom died. He's still architecting it up. You find out that he's actually Jiraiyan. That's why he's over 200 years old. He's a distant relative of Yosho, as you can see in the tree. I mean, you find out dude has been lying to Tenchi, but whatever. You also find out he ends up marrying Rhea at the end, and that's the last episode. They have the big wedding and shit, and whatever. And we come to Rhea, basically the woman that raised Tenchi all her life. He's basically based her mom off of her, actually. Kyle never really remembers her mom, and she died so young, or when he was young. So, I mean, Rhea's a nice woman. She is Jiraiyan, a distant relative of Tenchi's dad, so she's Jiraiyan there too. They get married, whatever, and he basically becomes Tenchi's mom. Well, she's always been Tenchi's mom, but whatever. And we come to Tenyo, Tenchi's sister. 80 years old, I know that for sure because they say it. She's basically a spitting image of his mom. Well, it is a sister, and you find out that throughout his childhood, she basically filled in sometimes for her mom because her mom was pretty weird. And if you watch the show, that made me laugh. But if you watch the show, it'll make you laugh too. Like what his mom was like, you know. I mean, she looks just like Tenyo, and she liked playing jokes, and even her will that she left for Tenchi was a fucking joke. I mean, just watch it. Just watch this shit. It was weird. Tenchi got fucking pissed. It was fucking hilarious. And now we come to Irie, Tenchi's grandmother, I guess, because you find out that Tenchi's grandpa is married to her, and you find out that she's actually the mom of, Tenchi's mother. Um, I don't know how old she is. She doesn't like to be called grandma. That's for fucking sure. You've seen that in the clip coming up. She's definitely the head of the GXP, and she comes out a lot of the Tenchi Muyo GXP. You'll see her there more. She likes young guys. I mean, she hits on them definitely for sure.
It's nice to meet you, Grandma.
Huh? Uh-oh. I am not a grandma!
You?
So, understand?
And we come to Misao Kurumitsu, Mihoshi's brother, or younger brother. He loves his sister a little too much, I believe, but whatever. He comes to Earth to kill Tenchi and destroy the Earth with his giant spaceship, the Chobi Maru, which is a giant fucking planet thing. He's really not smart, dumb, and he goes into these rants that even his fucking co-workers are like, damn, dude, I don't want to fuck with that fool in his rank. Fucking bites.
So, what do you think? Should you try to snap him out of it?
No way!
I'm keeping my nose out of this one. I still have scars from the last time I interrupted one of his rants. Why don't you do it this time?
No way! Last time I tried, the teeth marks didn't heal for a week! What a predicament! If only Vice Commander Mashisu were here!
And Mashisu, Vice Commanding Officer of Misao's fucking whatever you call it. She's second in command. She's always there to keep that fucker in line, which you'll see in the show. I didn't really see the hint that she actually liked him until, Sasami brings it up. And I'm like, oh shit, she does, because she started blushing and shit. I mean, she's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't mind her as a girlfriend if I kick my ass and shit. But, yeah, they get married and shit. I mean, what else is there? So, yeah, I put Tsunami at the back right here just because she comes out in, the last episode. But, yeah, Yuri should know, she saved Sasami. She is Sasami. And she's also one of the 3 goddesses that rules the galaxies and dimensions and all that crap. Mystical shit. You find out that she actually, as a goddess, decided to find the ultimate being by creating a new, not a race, but a new thing in the galaxy. She's basically the reason the Jiraiya royal family even exists. Basically, that's what you find out. And now we come to the fucking Devil Princess Jiraiya, fucking hot ass bitch. I don't know how old she is. She's as old as Washu, that's for sure. She's the head of the family, and she controls everything behind the scenes, and even controls the King of Jiraiya. So, no one fucks with the Devil Princess. Not much is known, except she's the grandmother of Ayeka and Sasami. But she comes on more in GXP, definitely. You'll see her there if you continue watching the series. She's just so fucking badass. And we come to basically Kagato, his female version. I guess he was a hermaphrodite, and Kagato hated women a lot. Well, he separated himself somehow. I don't know how that's possible. And then, she came out to be. I don't know what she's doing in the show, really. I mean, she comes out at the part where, Tenchi gets sliced in half, and he goes into this weird shit. And she's there, but it really doesn't have anything to do with the show. And then she just merges with fucking Tenchi's fiance, and that's the end of it. And then we have, this fool, fucking Minami or whatever his name is. Basically, Mihoshi's grandfather. He gets demoted because he fucks up by his sister. He gets demoted, and she's coming up right now. But yeah, he just cleans toilets, and this is his sister, Mikami, head of the not really head of the family, but more respected than her brother. There's a council in the Kurumitsu family, but she's basically, I would say she's like the Devil Princess Jiraiya. She controls that shit, She comes on GSP a lot, and then here we have Nikita, I believe his name was, and he's Mihoshi's dad, and Misao's dad. He only comes on 5-second frame. He doesn't come out that long. You just see him there arguing with the grandfather and shit. But then I don't think he even comes out in GXP. And then we have fucking Mihoshi's and Misao's mom. I think her name was Mitoto. She likes to clean and shit. She's a total opposite of her daughter. She's not lazy at all. She's energetic. And she comes out more in GXP, definitely. You see her cleaning ships, pirate ships, and all that crap. Overall, she's really nice, really cute. I mean, you can see where Mihoshi gets her good looks from, Yeah, my 2 log bros are back too, Azaki and Kamadaki. Again, they're fucking minor characters in this season. I don't know why. They're chill still in front of the house. They have some good one-liners, I fucking laughed at them. I just wish they had more part in the show like they do in Tenchi Universe, but they don't. They're just sitting there. They high all day or something. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with them. They didn't even come out from an alley, dude. I was like, what the fuck? And also, we get to meet some of Tenchi's friends. We meet this guy that you see here in this picture in the beginning, in the first episode of the first season. But in the beginning of this season, we see 2 other Tenchi's friends. You'll see in this fucking clip coming up.
Oh, well, if it isn't our old pal Tenchi.
Kamikura! Akita! How have you guys been? Man, it's good to see you.
Tenchi, tell us the truth. Are you really living with a bunch of hottie foreign chicks?
What are you talking about?
He said that there were all sorts of girls there. Girls with silver green hair, purple black hair, blonde hair, and even red hair. Girls everywhere in all shapes and sizes. Why, Tenchi? Why keep this from your friends? Why would you do such a horrible thing to us?
Also, we have these 3 mercs that come on the whole Chobi Maru invasion shit plan. They seem to be skilled, operatives and shit, but I don't know. They get their ass kicked pretty easily by fucking Ryoko and all the girls. Even, I don't know. I mean, I saw it coming, but I thought they would be more of a challenge for them or something, more prepared. And here we come to Lord Takemi, the last of the goddesses. Unlike her sister, she chose a different path to find the ultimate being. She chose a path of chaos, thinking that the ultimate being will be formed through battle and shit. Which basically, Z comes out of that. I'll talk about him right now. I think she's the most strongest of the 3. Definitely the most vengeful goddess, as you'll see, Washu talk about. She's actually very cute, very hot. I mean, down out of the 3, pretty down. Down. But yeah, she decides to be good after a while and just hang out with the crew.
Hey, who the heck let this goofy little kid in here?
Oh, how rude. And after I went to the trouble of fixing the space-time continuum you destroyed.
Wait, so you're Lady Takemi? Did I say goofy? No, what I meant was cute.
I'll show you cute.
Well, she asked for it. This is what happens when you piss off the most vengeful of the ultimate goddesses. Not wise.
And here we have Z. As you can see right there, I wrote down his full name. Fucking a bunch of numbers. I'm not gonna fucking say them. Z is basically what happened with Takemi's plan. He, his whole family died in this giant war, and he was the last survivor. And then he transformed himself into this. He's able to use the Lighthouse wings like Tenchi. He's basically anti-Tenchi. I mean, he could destroy the fucking moon in one fucking blast. And he's even recovered something that will allow him to be able to phase through Lady Takemi and shit, as you'll see in the show.
Z.
But why? Why are you doing this?
The question really should be, why didn't I do this a long time ago? To tell you the truth, this place is just so fascinating, I wanted to study it before it was gone.
And yeah, D3 comes back, not as much as in the first show, but you finally get to see the other fucking shadows that are next to D3. And you find out he's the administrator of the galaxy and shit. That's about it.
Wait. The disturbance is growing. I detect a rift in the 3rd dimension.
Dimensional rift detected.
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 Dimensional rift detected. Emancipation line.
Alright, yeah, here we have the counteractor, which turns out to be the last villain of the show. I didn't even know who the fuck she was. I had to look it up and, find out who the counteractor was, because Tsunami calls her mom. So we think she's a mother of the 3 goddesses, but you find out that she's actually Misaki Masaki of Jirai, the 2nd queen of Jirai. Somehow in the distant future this happens to her. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, from what I find out, she's a accumulation of experimenting in 22 dimensions. That's about it. That's what she calls her mom. Don't think she's the mother of all 3 goddesses. Just Sesame. That's basically it. And then she's freed by a kiss from the future Tenchi or some shit. I don't know. It's weird. I had to look it up, man. So yeah, that ends the whole Tenchi part of this series. But whatever. Yeah, all the questions were answered in this the Tenchi Muyo Ryo-Ohki part. I'm surprised in 6 episodes they answered everything. They explained more about Jirai, more about the ships, and how they're afraid that Their third generation ships aren't going to be that powerful. The music was pretty. I kind of say a step down from the first season. It wasn't that fun. I mean, it was for me. It was like, I'll play it or I'll skip it. Doesn't really matter to me. The lore was amazing. They included so much. I had to like look up some stuff though, but not as much as I thought I was going to. You can basically skip the first season, just watch these episodes, and know everything. But I wouldn't recommend it. I would rather have you guys go through both seasons and try to keep in touch, because they still really talk about Dr. Clay and Kagato and those fools that come out in the first season and shit. So it's better for you guys to watch that too. Well, to finish this up, I mean, for my rating, I mean, last time I gave her 7 out of 10, mostly because not much was explained about the lore. This time it was, and everything else basically stayed the same or improved, or somehow lost. But I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Definitely. Yeah, it explains everything, man. I mean, more than I thought I was gonna find out about the world of Tenchi Muyo. I mean, there was one thing I kind of hated was the part where Z was introduced. It's like you go from the Chobi Maru episode and then go straight to Z already fucking up the Earth. It's like, what happened in between that? I wanted to know, but I could see why they skipped it. Well, people who don't know, I mean, they'd be like me the first time when I watched it. It was like, what the fuck? Did I fucking skip an episode or something? But that's just how they have it. But yeah, I mean, I highly recommend you watching, Tenchi Muyo OVA and Tenchi Muyo Ryo-Ohki. Definitely, I mean, thanks for watching. I'll try to post another video review soon. See you guys around.